When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
After months of anticipation and much preparation, the day is finally here. Opening day of the Cape Cod Baseball League. All 10 teams begin their hopes today of being the lone team standing in August. At McKeon Park, a new chapter unfolds for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Mitch Carricker takes the reins as the team's field manager, marking the beginning of an exciting era. His first test comes against recently selected Hall of Famer Jeff Trundy's Falmouth Commodores in a West Division clash. And with that, we welcome you inside and upstairs the Tim Elstrom Broadcast Center alongside Josh Schreiber, Nico Sharp. I'm Jacob Iron. So happy to have you with us for this 2024 season of Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball. Happy opening day to you all at home, and happy opening day to you, gentlemen.
Happy opening day, guys. Guys, we are so back. I'm so excited. We've seen the guys on the field. We got here early, watched BP, watched the guys throw. So excited we're back.
And what a beautiful day we have here for opening day here at McKeon Park. It's going to be a great one.
It's going to be a good one. Beautiful weather outside. You can't ask for much more. Saturday on Cape Cod that is absolutely pristine. And one thing to be excited for this Hyannis Harbor Hawks team is Mitch Carricker, the new field manager. He brings in a wealth of experience both at the Division I level as an assistant at Oregon for multiple years, then currently right now as the head coach of Fresno City College. What have you seen out of him so far in this week of preparation that has given you a taste of what maybe Harbor Hawks fans can see?
And guys, what I'm excited for is the attention to detail. So it's really exciting to get the little things right. Had the night practice, worked bunt coverages, and worked on base stuff. Got the details right.
You got the details right. I was able to talk to Mitch Carricker a little bit earlier today. That's pretty cool.
How about that? Only thing that makes it better is if we win tonight.
Okay, that's what you're asking for the present?
That's all. That's it.
That's a nice thing to ask for, but ultimately, how are the nerves going into game one of being a manager in one of the most prestigious summer leagues?
Yeah, I mean, even this early on, a little bit of butterflies, right? Getting to meet a Hall of Famer over there and Coach Trundy was really, really cool. And I think as it gets closer, as the home plate meeting happens and first pitch comes a little bit closer, those first couple of pitches, you're going to have some nerves. But I think, once you settle in, it's still baseball, right? And so just enjoying the opportunity to be here.
Fans, this is going to be the first game they see you in your coaching style. What can they expect out of you here in game one that you'll like to hopefully carry out throughout the 40 games?
Yeah, I think, I have an aggressive personality, and so I'm encouraging our players to be aggressive. Pitchers aggressive in the strike zone, hitters be aggressive to your pitch. Let's try to steal some bases, put some pressure on the defense, and, just play as clean a baseball as we can. If we can throw strikes, put the ball in play, and play catch on defense, I think we're going to be okay.
Then you go with Joey Jerwa as your starter. What did you see in him in the week leading up to him to have him have the opening day start?
Yeah, I think, we've watched these guys over the course of the spring, and Joey had a phenomenal spring, and I think he's got some tremendous upside. And I think, before getting here and then seeing him again live in person, it was a no-brainer for us that we wanted to start him game one.
What do you see out of the Falmouth Commodores on paper that maybe scares you a little bit?
Well, they have some really good players, right? I think, and that's every team in this league is they're talented all over the field. And so just being able to understand where they can be successful in the middle of the lineup and handle those guys appropriately. And then just do a good job with their starter. I think he's a strike thrower. He mixes 3 pitches. He does a really good job. And I think everybody's going to have a little bit of nerves. So understanding that on our side and on their side, and see kind of who handles it the best and the emotional roller coaster that it's going to be in game one. And I think if we can do that, we're going to be okay.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you for your time. Happy opening day. And maybe we can get you a present out there today.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks for having me. Go Hawks.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team.
Safe.
The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
We welcome you back here to McKeon Park here for an absolutely great opening day here at McKeon Park. Mitch Carricker, in his first umpires meeting, talked about it in that interview about how he would feel, how there's still a little bit of nerves, and especially opening day on his birthday on top of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mitch Carricker is the type of guy where he fully embraces the analytics that the Hyannis Harbor Hawks front office prides themselves so much on their ability to use those analytics to their advantage, find the types of players that they're looking for. And Carricker, you know, he talked to Cole Vellis and Mikey Lucario, some of the top front office people in our organization, and they have such a good relationship, and it's so good to see that in today's new evolving game of baseball.
Yeah, there is so much to happen on the back end of it before you even get officials on the field and coaches ready to go. He goes with Jurwai. He talked about it in the manager's show a little bit. He's got a really good, at this moment, firm. He's going to pitch strikes. That's what Coach Carricker wants out of his pitchers, and that is to throw strikes.
Yeah, no doubt. And we talk about our pitching staff, guys. Super excited about this year. And we talk about Jorwa. He's going to be a guy who's going to throw a lot of those strikes. We're super excited to have him and have him as a starting pitcher here today. He is mostly a fastball, slider, changeup guy. Low three-quarter slot, very tall guy. You know, we talked a lot with baseball operations. When you look at him pitch, he's kind of like a Chris Sale-like kind of guy. Kind of comes across his body, tall, southpaw, lanky, lefty.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're going to watch him pitch today, 6'7". It's going to be very difficult for especially left-handed pitchers to pick that ball up out of his hand. It's going to get on them quickly. Nico, we're going to talk about it a lot throughout today, I think. A lot of his put-away pitches, as we were talking about earlier, not on camera, fastballs in the zone, something you don't see very often, especially at this level where you're facing the very best hitters. We're going to get a glimpse in quickly to see how that pans out.
And something I'm super excited about is, that's great what you want from your starter. A starter's going to go right at guys, not waste these pitches. He's going to go right at them. He loves to work the fastball in, up, out, inside, wherever. He can put that fastball anywhere he wants, and late in the counts, that is his strikeout pitch.
Yeah, it is very commanding. All Big Ten second team, lengthy guy like you talked about on the bump. But he's got a couple of returners in John Gazdar and Zach York behind him, being able to provide that backup. What do you think having them in the field behind him instills in Jurwa here today?
I mean, let's just talk about John Gazdar, ASUN Defensive Player of the Year. He's going to be playing second base, played shortstop all of the collegiate season, but he's got Anthony Silva over there at short, one of the better defensive shortstops in the entire country. So they're going to help him out quite a bit.
And let's take a look at how Falmouth stacks up today in their lineup. It'll go Christian Martin, Zion Rose, Luke Gaffney, Colin Ritchie, Donovan LaSalle, Carson Bowen, Matthew Buccerio, Tab Tracy, Isaiah Barquette. Some really solid batters that could have themselves in USA when it comes a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, no doubt. And you look at these names, a lot of household names, big-time schools. Some teams made a big run when it comes to regional supers, and then there's even teams that we're really excited for to come in the College World Series.
And you see that lineup. There's a couple guys in there that they are expecting to lose for at least a portion of time to the Team USA training camp. One of those guys being Zion Rose out of Louisville. Incredible hitter, really good behind the plate as well. So definitely someone to watch today.
Definitely someone to watch, indeed, out of Louisville. Final warm-ups get underway here for our officiating crew from United Umpires. Chris Engstad behind home plate, Tom Acosta over at first base, and Mike Hinojosa at third base today. Opening day across the lead. 2 games already underway here on this Saturday, which has been so solid so far. Jerwa still getting in those final warm-up pitches here at Cape. And we're ready to rock and roll with Christian Martin stepping into the box to get underway here on this opening day in Hyannis.
Super excited to see this battery of Janik and Jorwa here today. You know, first game, you know, these catchers are still learning these pitchers, you know, what their arsenal looks like, what their break looks like. I'm super interested to see how this looks game one.
Martin, the second baseman out of Virginia Tech, hit .313 for the Hokies this year. And the first pitch is swung on and lined right into the netting foul. We are underway with both teams' season.
You can see right away that pitch from Jerwa getting in on the hands quickly of Christian Martin, fouling that one straight toward the Hyannis dugout.
Martin looks at one outside, 1-1. Martin was last year with the Commodores as well, played in 22 games for them. Some familiarity with Jeff Trundy, who starts his 26th year at the helm of the Commodores. Slow chopper back to Jerwa. He comes off the mound to field, and it's a high throw pulling York off the first base bag. And Martin, the first batter for the Commodores, reaches.
Yeah, not the way you want to start a season. Just a little PFP that time from Jerwa. Had plenty of time to throw, but Christian Martin hustling down the line, maybe causing him to second-guess that throw a little bit.
That's going to be Zion Rosa, designated hitter out of Louisville. Team USA selection, one of those individuals we talked about in the pregame. It's 2024 All-ACC freshman team. Hit .376 for the Cardinals this year that found themselves in the hot ACC. He looks at a pitch for a ball, 1-0. Made 30 starts for the Cardinals in that designated hitter role. 1-0 is lined right back into the Falmouth dugout. Look out. Hit off the frame, and everyone seems to be okay down there.
You know, and something that we saw from Jorwa is his ability to hold a runner on first base. He has that tall leg kick, also works in the slide step here. So look to see how he holds Christian Martin, who's a very good base runner over there at first base.
1-1 kick from Jerwa. It's foul tipped back into the glove of Janik.
80-mile-per-hour slider that time, or excuse me, changeup from Joseph Jerwa. Able to get under that barrel of Rose.
Rose in ACC play hit .396. 1-2. It's a lofted foul. And up into the ivy.
And we've seen it once there, and we've seen it again. That he's attacking with the fastball. He loves to get ahead of these guys. He works 0-2, 1-2, and not afraid to go right at him with a fastball.
Go back to 4. That is not like up his face. So we need to fix that camera, and you have to tell us that you can't see their faces, okay? Yeah, you can't on VMix though because it's zoomed in.
1-2 is fouled away again. Now into the soccer field here at McKeon Park on the campus of Pope John Paul II High School. Just a couple steps away from downtown Hyannis.
Still in school as well. You know, we've seen them a couple of times here early in the mornings and during the week.
Fighting through the dog days of summer to get to that summer vacation. A 1-2, sent into center field. Kepley goes back, positions himself under it to make the grab. One away.
Hard line drive there. Zion, who works so well up the middle. Kepley, first read so far in game. Makes the read, gets under it, works forward, well played, gets out number 1.
Rose really got that one on the screws as well. Hit it hard, but Kepley has great footwork out there in center field. Can track down any ball. Absolute speedster. Didn't really need to show it off that time, but got under it.
Carwai deals to Gaffney, the Boilermaker. Janik keeps it in front of him, sliding off to his left side. Gaffney .359 batting average, was the Big Ten Freshman of the Year for Purdue this past season. Skarwa able to get a strike on his Big Ten counterpart.
Yeah, slider right in there on the hand. That's a great pitch to even up the count. Back to 1-1.
1-1 with one away. Misses into the other batter's box on Gaffney.
Something fun about Jorwa is when he holds a runner on first base and second base, he's so closed off with that front hip. When there's a runner on second base, he almost is like square. His shoulders are square to second base. It's pretty fun to look at and something interesting when the runner's on.
Pitch comes inside to Gaffney, now 3-1.
And you know, Nico, it reminds me a little bit of former Harbor Hawk Jamie Arnold. Just a little bit.
Pitching in the College World Series yesterday.
Yeah, pitched in the College World Series yesterday. Comes almost that number 16 pointed towards the hitter.
3-1 leg kick. Sent high into the air. York under it by the first base bag. Comes over, makes the grab. 2 retired.
Yeah, Zach York almost didn't have to move right there, holding the runner tough on first base. Ultimately, just ended it back up in the same exact spot. Easy play there for Zach York.
Take that one. What's happening with this camera? Was it being lagged? What just happened? It's just being lagged. Okay, well that's.
And now Colin Ritchie, the third baseman out of Oklahoma State. Commodores trying to move. First runner they were able to get aboard of for the season, and Christian Martin at first base off of LeBloper. The 0-1. Misses off the plate.
Jorwa doing a very good job of changing his timing up there a little bit. You can see Christian Moore getting that extensive lead, trying to time out Jorwa, and so far hasn't been able to be successful.
It is. That's when I'm operating, but it's not ready right now.
The 1-1 from Jorwa finds the zone for a called strike.
Firm fastball right in there. It just shows you that he's so confident in that fastball to put it right where he wants it. Where he'll throw that slider, flip that slider, but then put that fastball right in behind it.
Ritchie, the batter, heard his name called last July in the 19th round for the Baltimore Orioles. Elected to go as the runner in Martin's able to go in sliding safely as Janik lost it on the flip up to his glove.
When you're going against a lefty pitcher, sometimes you got to just go on that first move and hope that they don't try to pick off right behind you. But that time Martin chose the right pitch to go on, slid in safely. Janik couldn't quite handle the transfer.
Deuce is wild. And here's the pitch. It's lined right into the netting. We'll do it again with twos.
And he was able to get such a good jump right there. You know, we talked about that timing there at first base. Got a great jump. He saw Jorwa cross over with that lead leg, therefore he cannot pick off. Got the good jump, and got on a slider too, made it in easy.
2-2, it's a called strikeout. After allowing Martin to get aboard off the error, Jorwa responds back with 3 straight outs. The Harbor Hawks, for the first time this season, pick up the bats, headlined by the returning Zach York in the cleanup spot.
Pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
We'll welcome you back to McKeon Park as Colby Guy, the UNC Asheville product, steps onto the mound to get the opening day start for the Commodores.
Yeah, Colby Guy, we talk about him, 5'10", 150, short guy, but that arm action so heavy. He likes to work fastball, changeup, slider. And when you watch him, guys, nothing's loopy. Everything is firm, everything is hard. It comes out about 93 with that fastball. That changeup, 87, slider, just about 87 as well. It has a nice range. When he gets around the slider, it can be a little slower. But, guys, everything comes out really firm when it comes to this guy. So look for him to really attack with his velocity.
Parker Brocious, the Georgia Tech man, gets things going here for the Harbor Hawks in the leadoff spot playing right field.
Yeah, when Colby Guy gets ahead, he loves to go to that slider, that hard-breaking, firm slider. So when he gets ahead of these hitters to try to put them away with that slider. So we'll see if he does that today here on Game 1, opening day.
All spiked in the dirt in front of Bowen, the catcher. Today, the battery mate of Guy.
Guy a little excited on that one. 93-mile-an-hour fastball, spiked 3 feet in front of home plate.
Come on, here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Why can't you be excited as another pitch goes wide, 2-0.
Why can't you be? How could you not be? I think is the real answer. Us in the broadcast, we're so excited. I can't imagine these guys be playing the Cape Cod League Game 1.
2-0. Pitch in the dirt, now 3-0. 3 straight pitches for Guy to start his outing. Talk about this is the best collegiate summer league in all of the nation. You come out, you're facing the best. It's a 3-0 pitch that finds the zone to battle back for Guy. 3-1. And talked to it with Zach York earlier this week. You are seeing everybody's Friday night Guy every night in the Cape as Guy gets another called strike. Now to load the count full.
Yeah, no doubt. Going right after him. And like you said, he's facing the best guys. You can tell even at 3-0, he painted that fastball low and away.
3-2, foul back into the netting. Brocious keeping his at-bat alive. He batted .298 for the Yellow Jackets. Going to provide a lot of contact to this lineup this year.
Certainly is. He runs well as well. In addition to that, but also putting on a really nice at-bat right now, showing why he is in that leadoff spot.
3-2 delivery, lofted into shallow right field. Martin out, the second baseman, laying out to make the grab. Wow, what a play from Christian Martin. The second baseman showing off a web gem.
I believe that was actually Bucciero who came in to grab it, called off Martin at the last second. Luckily not colliding there. It got pretty close, but really nice play by Falmouth.
Now Kane Kepley steps into the batter's box. He takes a strike. It'll be Detallo with York, Janik, Clark, Gazdar, Silva, and Groves behind the first 2 batters in this lineup today.
If I don't have it, take that one. But if I have it, like I did that one, take my camera.
1-1, pitch upstairs and away.
And Josh, you alluded to a little bit earlier, but that first AB is so crucial in that.
2-1 tap foul.
Made him throw a lot of pitches there. Let the rest of the guys see what he's got. Make him throw all his pitches. Make him show it to that first batter, which only allows you to get better as you go through the lineup and then even second go around.
2-2, foul back into the glove, and Kepley goes down swinging. 2 away.
A nice job by Colby Guy to just put him away with that fastball, kind of with a little bit of two-seam arm action, just a little bit off the plate, getting Kepley to chase it.
Talo, the designated hitter from DBU, looks at a first pitch called strike.
Yeah, I love watching Tatalo hit. Works really hard up the middle. Very strong swing.
On to Talo, and now quickly Guy is ahead, 0-2.
It's not a Harbor Hawks team that is loaded with power.
And it's a strikeout call looking. After the 3 first pitches of his outings were ball, Colby Guy comes out to go 1-2-3. We remain scoreless through 1 here at McKeon Park. It's opening day across the Cape Cod Baseball League.
ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
The lights at McKeon Park stay bright all season long thanks to the NAC Cape Cod. The NAC offers 2 locations, Hyannis and Orleans, both offering delicious burgers, tacos, sandwiches, and more. Visit thenacapecod.com to order online today. The NAC Cape Cod is proud to be the Light Up the Park sponsor of the Harbor Hawks all season long. Jerwa comes back out for another inning of work. This time we'll go through the heart of the Commodores lineup in Richie, LaSalle, and Bowen.
Yeah, look for him to kind of do what he did last inning. He went right after these hitters. You know, the only run that got on was by an error by himself. So look for him to do it and attack these hitters the same way he did in that previous inning.
Take a look at how the defense stacks up behind Gerwa today. Groves, Kepley, Brocious, left to right in the outfield. Clark, Silver, Gazdar, York, left to right in the infield. And Janik is behind the plate to Talo in that designated hitter role for today.
And I want to highlight Wallace Clark a little bit. At third base, out of Duke, he has such smooth hands. Just watching him during infield-outfield practice these past couple days, it is a joy to watch him play. Third base, shortstop, second base, wherever it is, he can deliver.
Sal gets called for a strike. A left fielder out of Oklahoma State. Pitch inside from Jerwa that can't get the call.
Yeah, try to spin it on back-to-back pitches there. Threw a slider first pitch. That looked like a change up there to even the count up. Great take there by LaSalle.
The 1-1 is upstairs and away, 2-1.
You know, got to talk to our baseball ops, Tyler, and he caught the Jerwa's bullpen, actually. He was just talking about how much arm side run that Jerwa has. It is quite unbelievable.
2-1 is sent deep into right field. Given a look for is Brocious up to the warning track, and making the grab is the Yellow Jacket. He already seems to have found the dimensions of McKeon Park.
Yeah, he certainly has. I mean, see the ground that he covered out there in right field. They've got a very speedy outfield with Brocious, Groves, and Kepley, and making that catch look a whole lot easier than it was.
Yeah, no doubt. And we talked about that when they were practicing the other day. Is they were out in the outfield, you know, with Carricker, you know, has that experience. They took the outfielders out there and really judged the dimensions, had them take reads off the wall, and really got to use it to what McKeon Park looks like.
Carson Bowen, the catcher today. Pitch is low in the dirt, now 2-0. Bowen, the TCU man from Anaheim Hills, California, spent a majority of the fall injured. Trying to get back to his true self here on the Cape. The 2-0. Broken bat, liner, up over to Silver at short. Sidearm throw, York able to extend off the bag to make the grab.
And a little TCU outing right there. Ground ball to Silva, the TCU man gets TCU man Bowen out. Love to see the Horned Frogs represent right there.
And that bat can be used as firewood later tonight. Broke right around the hands. That could not have felt good for Bowen.
Now Buccerio, the Fairfield Stag and right fielder, steps into the box. He was all MAC first team this past season. Pitches low and away for the first ball. Pitch misses again, 2-0. Buccerio was in the Norwich Sea Unicorns organization in the Futures Collegiate last year, playing in 33 games, batting .267 from Dodd Stadium. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
Yeah, and Jorwa, 6'7" guy, when he reaches out there as a hitter, it feels like his hand is almost halfway across. Anytime you're facing a tall guy, especially a lefty who has that kind of arm side run, it feels like his arm is halfway down the pitching mound.
Backdoor slider that time to Buccerio.
Two misses upstairs. 3-2.
Jerwood kind of using his whole arsenal so far in this inning alone. Trying to go 1-2-3 here.
Now the payoff pitch with 2 away is in the dirt, and Buccerio works a walk with 2 away.
Yeah, we see him go back to the fastball there. We talked about it a little bit pregame, and when you see his back's against the wall or he wants to get the strikeout pitch, he loves that fastball. He knows he can put it on the inside or he can run it arm side and let that arm side run miss barrel.
Tam Tracy, the center fielder from Texas A&M. Looks at a strike. Tracy batted .306. Played with the Commodores last summer. Another pitch into the dirt from Jerwa, 1-1. Tapped back into Janik.
Yeah, Jorwa went back to the slider right there, just able to get a tip on it, but you can just tell how well his slider and his changeup work off his fastball, and that is something that Tyler from Baseball Ops also told us all day long yesterday.
Big 1-2 pitch from Jerwa here. In the driver's seat, lefty on lefty. Like to get out of this inning as soon as you can.
1-2 pitch. Set into shallow left field, under it. And arranging out is Silva to make the grab. It's a 1-2-3-4 inning for Jerwa once again. We're still scoreless through 1.5.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Zach York gets his first at-bat of the 2024 season, a returner, part of the three, and Eric Snow, John Gazdar, and Zach York himself. Had a little bit of a down year. He'll be the first to admit it to you when I talked to him earlier this week, but he understands that he finished a little bit stronger for the Antelopes, and he sees the Cape as an opportunity to once again get back out in front and get his baseball ability back to where he knows it can be.
Yeah, no doubt. When you watch him at the end of the season, though, you saw many glimpses of what we saw last summer, and what you saw last summer was just great hands, loves to work on all sides of the ballpark, strong pull side guy, great two-strike hitter. We saw so many great things from Zach York last year. So great to see him really triumphing as that season ended up, and look for him to carry it here in McKeon Park.
And think about it, what it means to say that, Zach York had a down year in college. He still hit 285, on base 39% of the time, more walks than strikeouts. Still had a great year. I know it's a sophomore slump, but I know that this baseball ops team still feels very confident in what he can bring to the Harbor Hawks.
Right now ranked as the 97th best MLB draft prospect for the 2025 MLB draft by D1Baseball.com. It's ranked the 23rd best first baseman by D1Baseball.com as well heading into the college season. Talks about the familiarity, understanding where everything is here at McKeon Park. 0-0 pitch.
Yeah.
This is outside.
Kind of a later addition towards last year, too, so look for him to really get comfortable. He gets to start the year here. He is the veteran on the team now, being here a part of last year.
Liner right back into the netting behind home plate. Played in 20 games last year for the Harbor Hawks, batted .338 with 3 home runs, but those homers seem to have always found moments of clutchness. Now the 1-1 misses upstairs and away, 2-1.
Yeah, York's famous homer last summer against the Bourne Braves, I believe it was to tie up the game, maybe to take the lead. I don't remember the exact circumstance, but, he is a clutch hitter. I remember the first maybe 2-3 weeks or so, he had swung and missed, period, not even a strikeout, 5 times.
Liner right back into the glove of Barquette.
And another great example of Zach York just using his hands there. 2 strikes, just use his hands, just kind of poked it there. You can see the power that he had working to that left center gap.
Now Janik, the catcher from Illinois, gets his first at-bat as he swings through the first pitch he sees.
Janik is a guy that can really hit. He's going to get looked at by a lot of major league scouts here in his time on the Cape. Draft eligible, so hoping to hear his name get called in a few weeks' time.
1-1, swing and a miss.
And as a catcher, very offensive catcher, 356 this year, slugging .533, so a very offensive slugging catcher.
1-2, goes foul and out of play. Janik keeping his at-bat alive, all Big Ten first team. It's one of the toughest to strikeouts in the NCAA, with a strikeout average of 20.5, trying to fight one off here as he goes down swinging.
First announcer jinx of the season.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Camden. I really do. I tried
Make
for
it up
you.
to him.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about a home run next time up.
Yeah.
No doubt, but it's kind of tough when you're facing a guy like Colby Guy right now, who's really got it going. So far, 3 strikeouts, 25 pitches, 17 strikes.
Now Wallace Clark looks at a ball, 1-0, and so far out of the 5 outs recorded in this one defensively for the Commodores, 3 of them have been strikeouts. One, grounded. Off over to Barquette at short. And Gaffney stabs it out of the air. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Colby Guy, who's putting together a stellar performance on the mound for the Commodores. Through 2, still scoreless here on Cape Cod Baseball League opening day.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention. When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team.
Safe.
The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Welcome back to McKeon Park. Still scoreless in this West Division clash. These two teams met last year in the opening round of the Cape Cod Baseball League. It was Hyannis getting it done in 2 games. Some heart-wrenching games for both sides. They were close games. They were very evenly matched, Nico.
Yeah, no doubt. And we saw it last year, guys. I mean, we're all 3 of us were right here in this booth. Irons, you were here on the broadcast. Me and Josh there in production. And we watched it. Yeah, he said heart-wrenching games. I mean, exhausted. We felt exhausted in here after those heartbreaking and heart-wrenching games. Josh, what did you see there?
Yeah, I mean, you look at those games from, in the playoffs, and I mean, you had the whole ballpark just hearts pounding out of their chest, both teams, and to have this season here start off with this matchup, it's kind of poetic.
Isaiah Barquette, the shortstop and 9-hole hitter from the Commodores. For the lineup, flips over for the first time today. Barquette, the Stetson Hatter. The 0-2. Gets him swinging and missing quickly, and it's a 3-pitch strikeout from Joseph Jurwa.
Yeah, that arm side changeup right there just died halfway, caught him out front. That is a great pitch. And so far, pitching kind of dominating so far, as kind of expected here as we have made the transition from metal bats now to wood bats. Expect a little bit of a transition there, but pitchers so far going right after these hitters.
Christian Martin takes a strike. He reached on an error on the throw from Jurwa over to York after the slow tapper back to the mound in the first. 0-1 sent up by the plenty of people on the hill today at McKeon Park. Packed all across the park today on this opening day. Can't ask for nicer weather, though, to come out and watch a ball game.
No doubt. The weather is beautiful, but you can kind of hear that buzz. Everywhere we went, oh, you work for Cape Cod. Isn't opening day on Saturday?
Grounder back over to Silver, backhand gloves, and fires in time. York down to a crouch to grab it. 2 away.
Yeah, Nico. I mean, we were playing pickleball the other day, and we had people asking us about opening day, the Cape League. I mean, the Cape Cod Baseball League is a special, special place. You see the bleachers are filled, the grassy hill out in left field is filled up. People are really excited for Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball to be back.
Jurwa misses outside on Zion Rose, who flew out to Kepley on a well struck center field fly. Grounder back off to Gazdar at second base, throwing from the sidearm. And gets it to go. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Joseph Jurwa, his first of the day. And we'll be right back as the Harbor Hawks and Hyannis tied 0-0.
Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
As we welcome you back here, first pitch thrown on the outside part of the plate to Gazdar. Pitch called for a strike on Gazdar. 1-1. Lifted foul.
You know, we talked about a lot of exciting guys that are returning. We talked about Zach York. Can't tell you how excited I am for John Gazdar to be back here on the field.
Light tapper back, foul, 1-2. One-two misses upstairs, 2-2.
Yeah, super excited for John Gazdar. He was top 10 in all of D1 in getting hits. I mean, he finds his way on any way he can. Hit, guys, am I reading this right? 405 this year? I mean,
Yep.
That is just unbelievable. On-base percentage of 484. I mean, this guy finds a way on any way he can. He's a hit machine. We saw that in Cape Cod last year, and we see it once again in the season with Austin Peay.
And having him in the 7-hole, it's not because he's not a great hitter. He clearly is. It's just to balance out that lineup.
2-2, swing and a miss, no foul tip. John was looking for it. He goes down swinging, and Colby Guy continues. Now his 4th strikeout of the outing.
And he is just pounding the zone. He's doing it efficiently as well. 34 pitches, 23 strikes. And like you mentioned, just got another strikeout going right after these Harbor Hawks.
Silva looks at a strike. 0-1 from Guy. This is the first time he'll be seeing the pitcher.
And guys, something I picked up from Silva at his days at TCU this past year, has a very straight up batting stance. But if you ever see him go down 2 strikes, he kind of gets into a lower zone and kind of finishes, or he starts where he finishes his swing up here. So interested to see if he brings that here to the Cape or what that looks like.
Silva chops one over by the dugout for the 2-2. Silva right now as the 29th prospect for the 2024 draft at the start of the year, now drop back to 65, hoping to try and bring that back up here on the Cape. Shown it so far, really early guy, getting to the field so early, consistently, here at 10:30 for a 1 o'clock practice earlier this week.
Yeah, I mean, that work ethic is, I mean, you really can't teach that, and especially in the Cape League, a lot of guys, show up to play the game. He clearly is here for a lot more than that.
His first plate appearance of the season, goes for a walk.
Hyannis has their first base runner today.
Yeah, that's the first time we'll see Colby Guy working from the stretch. So we'll see if we try to put any pressure on him, because we've talked with baseball ops a lot during the before this game, and we got a lot of guys that can straight up run bases. I mean, we've got great, smart base runners, a lot of guys who can steal bags, swipe bags, get guys in the scoring position.
Groves Taps one off over to Martin, flips over to Barquette at second, and they turn the double play. The first of the season for the Commodores. Get Silva out at second base. A big double play turned here. They turned 29 last year. They get their first here on opening day. And for more on our pitching staff, we send it down to another new member of our team, Josie Broyles, who's down at the shortstop.
To be here this summer at McKeon, but I want to shine the light on Joseph Jurwa, starting pitcher tonight. Not only is it an honor to throw the first pitch at the first game, but with expected nerves, Jurwa looked really confident warming up. His honors include having 91 strikeouts this season, ranking him second in the Big Ten Conference. This sure made him to be a strong player to throw the first pitch tonight. Back to you guys.
Hey, thanks so much, Josie. Appreciate it. And you've seen it just so why. It's been a pitcher's duel so far right now between these two guys, and that has been what we have seen so far. And Jurwa doing a good job of dealing.
Yeah, no doubt, guys. And we had talked right before the game, and even on air, is he goes right at these hitters, and he does not like wasting pitches. And we're seeing that both from him and Colby Guy so far. So far, guys, seen a lot of zeros up there on that scoreboard. So look for him to continue that as we go out throughout this game.
Both teams still looking for that first hit a third of the way through this game. And, you know, we've talked so much, whether it be this season, last season, any broadcast in the Cape is going to talk about the difference between playing with metal bats and wood bats. It's going to get drilled into your heads as listeners constantly, but the difference is real, and that acclimation may happen very quickly, but you still see at this point a lot of the balls are being put in play, not quite as fast. We have a pretty slow infield here at McKeon Park where balls might get hung up a little bit. Just waiting to see someone finally break through.
Luke Gaffney popped up over to York at first base. Gaffney looks at a strike. Another called strike here on Gaffney.
And that is just great pitching there by Jurwa. Backdoors that slider, flips it over for strike one, then hums that fastball low and away for strike two.
0-2, pitch in the dirt, 1-2. One-two delivery. Sent down in foul.
Yeah, when you have Jurwa, who has so much arm side run, when he puts it on the outside, that is just great two-strike hit in there by Gaffney to stay away and just poke it there, foul, get himself another life.
1-2. On away, good hold from Gaffney, extending his at-bat.
Got a little bit of a battle here. Jurwa throwing two sliders now that Gaffney spin on and has taken both of them.
Go on the appeal down to Acosta, the first base umpire, saying he did not go around to load the count full.
And now Gaffney has seen his big three pitches. He's seen fastball, two sliders, and a changeup all in this AB. So let's see how Jurwa attacks him right here.
Payoff pitch that can't get the call, up by the letters.
And as expected, kind of threw a fastball there. Probably tried to throw it for a strike. I doubt he's trying to get him to chase there, but just missed the top of the zone by a couple inches.
Colin Ritchie, third baseman, struck out looking for a nasty pitch from Joseph Jurwa. Looping ball up by the stands, 0-1. Half swing from Ritchie, that's fouled off.
Gaffney over there with a pretty sizable lead right there, assuming it's going to be a one-way lead. Did have one stolen bag to his record there last year for Purdue.
0-2, swing and a miss. Jurwa gets another one, his third of the day.
That was just a nasty slider. Down and away, lefty on lefty. That's why Jurwa is so hard to hit as a left-handed hitter.
Yeah, no doubt, especially when you look at his resume. He loves to attack with those fastballs, and that slider just hangs on just enough so the hitter thinks it's a fastball. Boom, right off the table for the slider. That's a great two-strike pitch there for Jurwa.
0-0 pitch for strike.
Yeah, the one that's not been on all game. The same one that hasn't been on?
No,
the same one that's been off of, like, this one?
The one that the kid tripped up earlier. So he was down there.
Okay, that's the third baseline.
Sorry. I didn't know if we talk about the way it's directed or where it's actually physically at.
Yeah, that one's coming from the third base side.
Donovan LaSalle, interesting guy. Really struggled this past season in just 17 games, but
Where is it pointing?
if there's ever a time to get back on track, it's on the Cape.
Yeah, no doubt. And Falmouth really liked what they saw from him later in the season coming into here, hitting in the 5-hole in a very strong lineup. So looking to see if you can have a really good breakthrough here for Falmouth Commodores.
The talent's obviously there, too. Drafted in the 19th round by the Kansas City Royals in 2023. Opted to go to college there at Oklahoma State. Teammate of one of our former Harbor Hawk friends, Zach Earhart.
With the team last year. Runner goes. Foul back, designed hit and run from the Commodores.
And no doubt, you spoke about his athletic ability. You know, he is the son of a father who played baseball at the College of the Canyons, and his mother ran track at Cincinnati. So both his parents played and competed in college, so the athleticism is no doubtably there.
The 2-2. Grounder over to Silver, snags it. Tried to flip it up to Gazdar, and Gazdar lost it. Looked like Silver was going to try and take it himself. Flip it up to Gazdar, who wasn't expecting it late, and then lost it for a quick sack. Now runners at first and second here.
Yeah, very tough bang-bang player there at second base. Silva with the athletic ability to go to his glove side, make a play, back almost turn to John and flip it to him. John not able to get a hold of it, but that is a tough bang-bang play, but the athletic ability of Silva is shown right there.
Now Carson Bowen, the catcher, who grounded off to Silva his last time up.
You know, back to that play, it kind of is just a weird in-between ball where John, from his angle, probably thinks Silva's either going to try to throw to first or step on himself, but Silva just not able to get to the bag in time since he was a couple feet behind it.
Those first couple game jitters out of the way and the miscommunication that you have. He's never played with John Gazdar before in the middle infield, right. So you got to have that conversation a little bit. You got to feel each other out, and this is the first time you're getting really true live action so you can figure out what each other wants to do. It's not on the front of your lobe like it is at school.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Irons, and it's one of those things that will build as the days go on, the games go on. Two of the better defensive players in the entire country, not just at their position, not just in their conference, but the country.
Yeah, no doubt. They're just getting their first reps, and not to mention we have a very solid defender in Eric Snow right behind them. So they're all working together, so look for them to improve their chemistry as the season goes along.
3-1, and Jurwa loads them full. Now this is going to elicit Janik to come out, have a conversation. Silver's also going to get in there as well.
See a little bit of action right now in the Harbor Hawk bullpen. Got Aaron Savory warming up, it looks like.
And, you know, I can't imagine that meeting being too much. I mean, when he's throwing strikes, I mean, he's filling it up. hitters are having a tough time scoring up the baseball on them. So I no doubt they say, hey, just calm down, work here, one pitch away.
Pitch called for a strike on Buchero.
One way to do it, a beautiful front hip two-seam fastball.
A 1 dribbler. Over to Clark at third. They're going to try and turn 2. It's not going to be in time, though, but they get the necessary one at the plate to keep the game scoreless.
Yeah, great play there. Almost doubled them off. Great play there by Wallace Clark. He struggled getting out of the glove for a second, but it put a strike right to Janik, right in the chest. Almost still got the double play. Base is still loaded here with 2 outs.
Now Tab Tracy, the center fielder, finds himself now with bases loaded. Breaking ball called for a strike on the center fielder. He popped up to Silva in shallow left field. A 1. High chopper over to Silva. Underhands it to Gazdar to step on the bag. What a defensive showing from Hyannis. With bases loaded, Gurwa and the team behind him keep it scoreless through 4.5 here at McKeon Park.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Welcome back to McKeon Park. Still scoreless. It's been a pitcher's duel thus far. At what you can imagine to this point is everyone's still trying to figure out, 1, the pitching in the league, and then 2, you got to also figure out how are you going to hit the wood bats in these live ABs. I know Hyannis took live ABs in the week of preparation up ahead, but then you also have to add into the fact totally different pitcher than what you could have imagined, could see it, but Colby Guy has been able to answer the call for the Commodores.
Yeah, no doubt. He's going right. He's here. We say it time and time again. And then we wondered what he would look like coming from the stretch for the first time there last inning. And sure enough, in the next couple pitches, double play, routine double play, really going right at these guys. Had no problem there getting out of that situation.
Parker Brocious turns over the lineup as it's a fly ball into foul territory, way into the soccer field.
And Jorwa had his first situation there, too. Bases loaded, 1 out, in a stacked Falmouth Commodore lineup. Got 2 ground balls right there, big time right there for Jorwa.
Got to give him all the credit. Bases loaded here. It's easy to can roll over and get worried. Now the 0-2 to Brocious to come from Guy. Sidearm pitch. 1-2. Another pitch that misses outside, 2-2.
Tough take. Great pitch recognition right there with that slider right off on the plate. And that is one thing that they talked about all year with this guy in Brocious is that plate discipline. And we saw it once again there with that tough take on that slider on the outer corner.
Payoff pitch. And Brocious able to work a walk today. The 2 base runners for the Harbor Hawks so far have worked it off the walk. Now Kane Kepley, who went down swinging, trying to take advantage of the leadoff batter aboard, trying to create some action on the base paths.
That is back-to-back great at-bats there for Parker Brocious.
Breaking ball that cuts inside to Kepley, the lefty batter. Runner goes. Popped out is Bowen from the throw. It's off the bag to the left side. Coming in safely is Brocious. He gets a stolen bag, and now just like that for the Harbor Hawks, they have a runner in scoring position.
Got an excellent jump right there. Had 9 stolen bags this year, and so look for him to continue that all season long. We talked about having that small ball, finding the ways to get runners in scoring position.
2-0. Gets away, and Brocious, just like that, moves another 90 feet. Off the wild pitch, and now a runner on third, looking to try and come home and get the first run for the Harbor Hawks this season.
And Brocious read that really well out of the hand of Guy, because that ball hit the brick wall that is the backstop here in Hyannis and bounced back very quickly, but Brocious had no problem getting there standing up. More action in the Falmouth bullpen as well.
And you talk about the guy, Kane Kepley. Love this story from Cole Velez he was telling us earlier this week. He signed him at Pirates Cove last summer. Pirates Cove, guys, is a mini golf course that we have here in the Cape.
3-0. Kepley gets called for strike.
So you talk about a guy that we have a lot of confidence in.
Yeah.
I mean, we signed this guy in last summer. What an exciting story that was, and I love to hear it.
3-1, that is taken upstairs, 3-2. He was on the phone as he's making a punt on 17. Cole Velez is our director of baseball ops. Had him for a while. Now he's finally here and get to see him in the Harbor Hawks pinstripe, and he works a walk. Runners now to the corners with back-to-back walks for Colby Guy.
I'd be shocked if Kane Kepley is not off and running here. Try to force a mistake from Falmouth. They may just give you the base for free, as we're going to get a quick trip to the mound from Falmouth. But, I mean, what a great 2 at-bats we've seen, as Colby Guy maybe starting to lose a little bit of that stamina. Obviously, he just played a full collegiate season, but here in the Cape playing, every team's pretty much their best hitter at least. But, I mean, Guy, the stuff is still there. It's just the location is all over the place.
Yeah, no doubt. And you talked about Kane Kepley. Wouldn't be surprised if he does take second there, because you saw the jump and how the speed of Parker Brocious. But when you look at Kane Kepley, 25 stolen bags for him this year. So a guy who can run and is a great, timely guy, as we have a pitching change here for Falmouth.
They will make a call to the bullpen. Falmouth will. We'll tell you about the new hurler when we come back. You're watching opening day of the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
The Commodores make the call to bring in Santosh Gautam the Brown Bear comes in with a little bit of a high ERA, looking to try and get it back to a position that he liked it. He had a great summer, though, in the NECBL with a 2.37 ERA for the Newport Gulls last summer, Nico.
Yeah, fastball, slider, change guy. I mean, guys, that changeup is nasty. And that fastball, really, truly like a sinker. Got a lot of downward tilt to it, and you'll see him throw it to these righties and attack in the zone. But that changeup, guys, it looks to be his put-away pitch. With 2 strikes, he will throw that arm side changeup. Got so much run, so much dive to it. So look out, Harbor Hawks, because that changeup is coming.
He'll go up against Michael DiTallo, who struck out looking against Guy back in the first. And this is a big spot. Nobody out. Runner 90 feet from home, and you can get another one potentially into scoring position if you're Mitch Carricker, with trying to get that back, maybe try and get a defensive indifference. And he talked about it in the pregame, Nico and Josh. He wants to be aggressive. He said he wants to try and push the bounds as far as he can. Foul tipped by DiTallo. 0-1.
Mostly going to be a fastball slider change. He will show a cutter, though. Will show something that moves right to left along with that slider. Doesn't show it much, but when he does, it is effective, and it will make his slider that much better.
The 0-1 runner thought about going. Had a jump step back. Now DiTallo behind 0-2 to got him.
Nico, you think part of that could be acting like you're going to see what the middle infielders are doing?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. See how the middle infield reacts, and just see, just put extra thought in the head. And not that that's why he just stepped off right there, but it does give you the thought that this guy can run. Don't I need to pick off here? Puts that little extra pressure, just a little bit of mind games on the pitcher.
The 0-2. Grounded out of the reach of the diving Ritchie. Brocious comes home, and the Harbor Hawks have the lead 1-0 and score their first run of the summer.
Well, I guess no need to run for Kane Kepley because Michael DiTallo has everything covered. A little ground ball that just sneaks past the diving Ritchie. And now there's first and second with nobody out for the big man, Zach York.
York had a strong liner back over to Barquette that he was able to leap and grab out of the sky. Now York holds on a pitch 1-0, and this is something that is time and time again brought up with Zach York. It is his plate discipline. He knows where the zone is, and he is going to work the at-bats to his favor. 1-0 is called for a strike, 1-1.
When you think of 4-hole, you think that just a guy who has straight power, 25 or more home runs. Zach York does have power, 11 home runs. He's shown it there. But a guy with also great contact skills, bat to barrel.
1-1 outside, 2-1.
Yeah, great bat to barrel, great play discipline, understands pitch recognition, and he has a very strong and active take.
2-1 inside to Zach York. York gets under it and skies it into shallow right. Buccerio come running in for it to make the grab. First out here in the bottom of the fourth.
York just got under that one. That ball kind of in his wheelhouse, right on the inside part of the plate, low, but still in the strike zone. Just couldn't quite get the barrel on top of it.
Now Camden Janik, the catcher. Harbor Hawks looking to try take advantage of the runners on. Pitch called for strike. Fighting Illini hitter. All one. Skied foul as Janik loses the bat for a quick sec.
And that little toss of the bat, something to keep an eye on against a team like the Falmouth Commodores. We talked a lot about it last year with Gavin Turley, who
I think it was your favorite player on Cape, Josh.
Oh, easily. There's no doubt about it, other than our Harbor Hawks, of course. But he had a superpower when he threw the bat.
Now got him. Has Janik in an 0-2 count. Shortens his approach and pokes it up by the stands down the right field line.
And that's great two-strike hitting there by Janik, just spoiling that pitch. Got him in a tough leverage situation so far. Great out there to get York to stop the bleeding there a little bit, and he gets right ahead at Janik to have the count at 0-2.
Talk about Jeans. His father, Ron, played baseball at Lewis University back in the 90s. Now the 0-2. Pop-up throw down to Martin, who's pushed off the bag after it skipped up into his chest. Kepley's able to get back in safely.
Kepley got too big of a secondary there for Bowen's liking. Popped up there. Great communication there for Falmouth to find out who's covering the bag right there to try to backpick Kepley.
1-2. Kepley goes in motion. Grounder over to Barquette. Martin at second, and it's a high throw. Pulling Gaffney off the bag. Janik's able to get to first. Now Kepley on the move now. It stands at third with runners on the corners.
A good, hard, clean slide into second base, trying to make sure that double play was not easily made. Would have been an inning ender, and it gives Wallace Clark a chance to put another run on the board.
Clark grounded over to Barquette, the shortstop. And his first AB of the season. 1-0, fisted out of the reach of the diving Martin. Kepley comes in to score. And the throw at third gets away from Ritchie. Coming in sliding is DeTalo. Wow.
Great job by Wallace Clark. That ball in on his hands, just punches it into right field. But the Harbor Hawks got a little bit of a break there as Camden Janik was going first to third with 2 outs, and that throw beat him by at least 3 steps. The ball just was not able to be picked out of the dirt by Ritchie, and now second and third, 2 outs.
Hard grounder out of the reach, right down the left field line. Coming in to score will be Janik. They're going to wheel in Clark. He'll come in standing. And it's a big single for Wallace Clark with 2 coming in. It's Harbor Hawks leading 4-0.
The umpires are doing somersaults for John Gazdar. Luckily, first base umpire is all right. Have taken a bit of a spill there. But John Gazdar, a 2-run single.
Yeah, great swing there by John. Wasted no time. Got out in front of that pitch, put it right down the line. The only question was there if it was foul or fair, but because there was no question that ball was finding the gap right there for a John base hit. And a 2 RBI, and the Harbor Hawks bats are hot.
Silva trying to get in a part of this hit parade as he'll be the 8th batter of this half inning for the Harbor Hawks to see the plate and pick up the wood. The 0-1 is high cheddar that Silva swings through, 0-2.
see Silva get fooled by that breaking ball that time. Kind of, as they'd say in Little League, stepped in the bucket.
0-2, Gazdar goes. Throw down from Bowen is in plenty of time to tag out Gazdar at second base. He's slow to get to his feet. But it's the Harbor Hawks striking for the first time today, and they get 4 in the bottom of the 4th. Harbor Hawks leading. Tell you about the new pitcher who makes his jog in from the bullpen when we come back.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Hyannis Harbor Hawks call on the Iowa Hawkeye and Aaron Savary to come onto the bump and take over for Jurwa. Big Ten to Big Ten action, Nico.
Yeah, love to see it, and got to talk a little bit with Aaron Savary. Really excited to see this guy. Kind of comes across his body delivery as well. Kind of a little bit of a funky delivery. His 89 to 92 fastball sinker. And when you watch him throw, so much arm side run. And when you come across your body and kind of have that kind of arm side run, it is tough to hit. That curveball, true 12-6 action. I mean, it's straight up to down. It's got a high arch, peaks, and then it is just off the table. When you look at that slider, tight break. When you look at that curveball, it had a lot of arch to it, hard breakdown. That slider is just a tight spinning slider, breaks late. Look for him to use both of those here.
Harbor Hawks also allow him a little bit of room to work as they get 4 in the bottom of the 4th. That's huge for them to have a little bit of cushion here going in. We always talk about it around the Cape Cod Baseball League. Hyannis last year, when leading after 5 innings of play, was 15-2. Falmouth, on the other hand, they were 17-2 when leading after 5 innings. It's always the race to 5. Right now, Hyannis is leading that race. We still got 1 inning to play to see who really has favor to their name.
And what a great job by Joseph Jurwa to get them to this point. First game of the season. Giving you 4 scoreless is plenty in the Cape Cod Baseball League when everyone is still fresh.
People that might be new to the Cape might be saying, 4 innings? Why only 4 innings? But you have pitch limits, you have pitch counts. You want to keep those arms available for as long as you can. That's the typical starter you would have to imagine on the Cape is around 4 innings to try and keep innings and pitches low. It's a tapper off over to Clark, who fires in time to York. What a great play from the ranging third baseman.
I could watch Wallace Clark play the infield all day long, ranging to his glove side that time, taking that out of his glove, and just a little flick within less than a second. Really impressive to see.
Yeah, smooth as butter. I mean, I love watching him take ground balls. That little, like you said, Josh, that sidearm throw in stride, that's a beautiful play.
Martin taps one foul. Second baseman who reached on an error in his first at-bat, then grounded out to Silva at shortstop. As Silva, the shortstop, will play closest to the second base bag on the lefty. A 1 swing and a miss. Missed time there from Martin. Sitting on a fastball there, it looked like.
Yeah, no doubt. And then you said it. Wallace staying home, though, at third base, though, as well as John. It is just Silva over there playing right over, almost a rover position behind second base.
0-2, Janik keeps it in front of him. Good block. Can you explain to me what a rover position is? That one I have never heard before.
You know, it's more of a little league term. You have that extra guy right behind second base, so not a true position, but you love to see it. And when you look at the defense right now, he is just playing right behind second base.
So he's position 10 is what they have in those scorecards. It's held on. They look down for an appeal. They'll say Martin did not go around.
Yeah, that is position 10. You won't see that here in the Cape Cod Baseball League, but we try to reenact it otherwise.
Maybe in a summer softball league, slow pitch softball, I see rovers quite a bit.
Is that your position, Josh?
Oh, yeah, I love playing rover.
2-2. The breaking ball that gets away from Janik. Now with Martin continuing his at-bat here. The deal from Savary. And it's a breaking ball that cuts inside, and Martin earns himself a walk.
I don't know if you could see Martin there, bottom of the screen, looking over to the dugout, saying what the movement was of that pitch. Anytime you face a guy like Savary, who's more low three-quarters, you're going to get some weird sinker-slider action.
Yeah, no doubt. Love that. That's a great point, Josh. It's great teamwork. You love to see that early in the season from Falmouth. Is under their communication in between batters, like, hey, I saw sinker there, and they kind of have their own term words for what a pitch look like, so you can help the batters down the road.
0-0 pitch is low on Zion Rose. Rose flew out and grounded out. One out is sent into the trees, and a lost ball into the force and right behind us.
Yeah, it is in the force, but there are still kids going through it there. Can't really see what's in front of them, but they're still going for it. Love to see that here on Cape Cod.
It's one of those cherished mementos. If you can walk away with a Cape Cod Baseball League foul ball, that's going to stay on a dresser for the rest of their lives. The 1-1 here from Savary deals to Rose and is called for strike 1-2.
And so difficult from Savary on righty. When he comes across his body like that, the ball starts behind Zion's head as his tall, lengthy arm reaches across, and then it comes right down in the plate.
One, two. In the dirt. 2-2.
Nice little pick behind the plate there from Janik, showing off the pick ability right there. Keeping that runner there on first. You don't see that too often with the runner on, but shows the trust in his hands right there to keep the runner on.
Two, swing and a miss. Savary got him out in front of it to swing around. 2 retired.
That was just a disgusting slider. Started in on the hands, broke all the way across the plate, and dotted it on the outside corner.
I mean that is just filthy, guys. I mean, we were looking at right there, and that ball moved from batter's box to batter's box. I mean, that's unfair, especially from that arm slot. That pitch is moving all the way across their home plate. That's untouchable. That's a great pitch there by Savary to get the strikeout swinging.
Luke Gaffney now settles into the box. Another breaking ball from Savary, 0-1.
I mean, to be able to throw that first strike and then throw it as a 2-strike pitch and get it off the plate, I mean, that's incredible. So get me over slider right there from Savary, showing that he can do both. Really tough for the batters to be able to see that pitch early and be able to recognize it.
0-1, grounded between the gap between Gazdar and York. Thinking about the turn was Martin. He'll retreat back to second base as Brocious was able to get to it quickly. Big single from Luke Gaffney, and for the Commodores to try and respond. Now Colin Ritchie has gone down looking both times. Trying to create some two-out offense for the Commodores. Savory deals to the outer part of the plate for the called strike. Gaffney, Boilermaker from Purdue, was the Big Ten Freshman of the Year. Was NCBWA second-team freshman All-American. A 1 cuts back into the zone again, 0-2.
I mean, to go from a sinker right there in that first pitch and then just back it off with that slider for a strike, I mean, that's tough. You can really go any direction he wants here as Savory.
0-2, swing and a miss. Janik's able to grab it from Boer, even hits the dirt, doesn't even need to apply the tag. Savory comes out with great work from the sweep and has done a great job so far in his first inning of work to put himself and the Harbor Hawks in a position to get some more runs as they lead 4-0 as we extend it down to Matt Coates, another one of our sideline reporters here for the summer.
Thanks, guys. As we know, the Cape Cod Baseball League is characterized with roster turnover during the season and after. This year, we brought back 3 returning players. Yesterday, I got to catch up with Cole Vellis, president of baseball operations, on why he brought back John Gazdar, Zach York, and Eric Snow. He told me not only are they great players on the field, but great players in the clubhouse, helping this organization on the field and just in everyday life. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks so much, Matt Coates. You might have seen him from parking lot previews. Yeah, summer, don't worry, those aren't going anywhere. They can still be found on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks YouTube page every day before the game. Those are great watches. If you want to know what's coming up in the game, watch the parking lot preview because it's about the premier pregame show on the Cape Cod Baseball.
Yeah, I heard there was a big media deal in place to bring Matt Coates back.
Yeah.
To get this parking lot preview going. So go ahead and give it a watch because it is the best TV you will see on Cape Cod.
Yeah, no doubt. And he does it both. He was a writer for us last year. Now he's doing sideline and being able to do that parking lot preview, which got so much hype last year. Got a lot of friction going, and people loved it. It gave a little preview for the game. They do it every day before the game. You have to go check it out. And they did one today. So he was back in action today, so looking forward to watching that here soon.
Quickly turned on by Silva. Over to center field is Tracy to make the grab for the first out in the home half of the 5th. Saw in that first part, starting to see these Hyannis Harbor Hawks bats find themselves and get into better positions in counts and ABs.
Yeah, no doubt. And not even just like getting hits, but I love the deep counts where the Harbor Hawks are getting into so far. You love to see that early in the season, just understanding, getting pitch rating, getting deep in the counts, making pitchers throw. And so far we've seen on both sides between Falmouth and the Harbor Hawks.
Now Nick Groves, the Niagara Purple Eagle, taps one off over to Barquette, fields it between the legs, and slings it to Gaffney at first, 2 retired.
The way this lineup is constructed, it feels like 1 through 9, even if it's a slow routine ground ball in the infield. I mean, Nick Groves almost beat that throw out, and it was about as routine as a play you can get. Really forces these defenses in Cape Cod to make every single play, or you are going to get burnt.
Brocious looks at a strike, had a walk, then came around to score in the hefty 4th inning for the Harbor Hawks.
And after a 4-run inning there for the Harbor Hawks, Santosh really locking back in there. None of the runs were given up and earned by him.
Slow grounder. Went into the glove off the hop to Ritchie, and it's in time. What a play and a web gem from Ritchie over at third base.
I got it.
We'll be right back.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
An absolutely gorgeous day across the Cape. Can't ask for much more on a great day for an opening day. Savory back out for another inning of work. Light breeze, maybe a little bit of jacket for you here in the Middle Cape, but you can't ask for much more better weather.
You can't ask for much better weather. It did rain early this morning, but once we woke up, it's been all dry, beautiful weather. Sun's been out. I don't even see a cloud in the sky right now. Cannot complain. Like you said, light jacket, maybe a little sweater weather. It's not
vest weather.
Maybe a little bit of vest. Jacob Irons with the beautiful Harbor Hawks vest that he's on.
Nobody
right now.
wears it better.
Nobody wears it better.
Appreciate it, gentlemen.
And it is just that kind of temperature. Right? You cannot complain. Beautiful weather here in the Cape.
Swinging through is Donovan LaSalle.
I think Nico's having a great time watching Savory pitch right now. Can't stop moving.
Another breaking ball, 1-1.
Watching pitching, I love watching pitchers work.
We should preface to the people that don't know at home, you're a Division II pitcher that have decided to pursue the broadcast booth. So we have a lot of inside knowledge for you as it's turned on, quick to over. Ooh. Clark gets it to his bare hand, high throw, down for York, makes the tag. What a play. Wow.
Wow, and that is why they call it the hot corner over there. That is a great pick by Wallace, able to get back on his feet, make the strong throw over there to York. York, athletic play, coming off the base, having the knowledge to make the tag. That is a wonderful play.
95 miles an hour off the bat. That ball was smoked. And there we see it. Wallace Clark with incredibly quick hands to snatch that one on the short hop.
Carson Bowen takes a look at a ball. He had a walk back in the fourth. Left stranded at second. What a play from Wallace Clark. Third baseman from Duke. Something that front office talked about when they were bringing him onto the team. They emphasized he will play great defense, and we've seen it so far today. Time and time again, making everything look so routine. Now the 3-0 from Savory is inside. That's a 4-pitch walk to Bowen to get himself aboard.
And that is just so important right there because if you look, there's a big gap going down that left field line. That's a single, maybe even a double. And right now, if that walk does stand, obviously it's a different game, but that could be runs on first and second. And that's how you kill a rally right there. If that's a leadoff single, leadoff double, that changes everything in a close game here at 4-0.
Matthew Buccerio looks at a breaking ball, 1-0. What do you like so much out of Savory right now, Nico, that has left you somewhat speechless sometimes?
I love his pitch mix. I love that sinker slider. And that slider so far, his ability to work it over the plate as well as a two-strike pitch as a chase pitch.
1-0. Breaking ball again, now 2-0. Now 6 straight balls from Aaron Savory. Has Janet coming out to have a conversation with him.
But no doubt, when he is locked in and he's throwing and he's executing those pitches, I mean, that slider is unbelievable. You know, we saw it. You know, we got to watch a live practice and watch Savory throw a little bit, and we saw it, you know, just a couple days ago in that live ABs. But to see it here, and it is magnificent to watch. Like I said, I have a pitcher's background. I love watching pitchers throw, and to watch him throw and work in and out and be able to use all of his pitches in any count is a beautiful and magnificent to watch.
2-0. Finds the zone. It's a great pitch after the meeting.
And catchers just have a way with words. I mean, they really just they don't even have to say anything special sometimes, but sometimes they just get you locked in. I mean, they could just say, hey, calm down, and it'll work. It's amazing. I love the catchers just have a way with words.
2-1 into the dirt. Now 3-1. Hey, sometimes simple's better.
I mean, simple sometimes does it. Sometimes you just take a deep breath, and it just, you know, and it just kind of lets you reset your mind. You see it all the time where a pitcher can, you know, spike a few, and then the catcher comes out there, and then he just dials it up right on the paint for a corner.
3-1. Slow grounder. Off the mound. Wallace calls off. Savory in the dirt. Off the hop. York picks it. What can't the Blue Devil do in the hot corner today?
And credit to Zach York for scooping that one out of the dirt. You know, Hyannis, it could be very difficult with that lip in front of the first baseman to read the hop. Zach York did it perfectly with the backhand, and Wallace Clark with the beautiful feed as well.
And that is two plays right there where the third base, Wallace, and first base, York, that's showing that connection. Tough play, glove side, on the run, makes a play. Zach York finishing off with that beautiful pick over there at first base to get the second out.
Breaking ball in for a strike on Tracy. He shot fielder's choice in the fourth. On with Savory. Is lined over into the berm. Front of the play, Bowen on the move over to second base. Commodores try and put themselves in a position to get their first run across of the summer. Now the 0-2. Inside, a 1-2.
Yeah, try to go back foot slider. That's a great take there by Tab Tracy. You know, working in and out and just a perfect slider back foot. Great 0-2 pitch, but an even better take there by Tab Tracy to keep this at-bat going.
Savory deals a sidearm, gets away from Janik. Clips off the leg guard of Chris Ingrata, the home plate umpire.
Got a little save there. That ball, I mean, it was a sinker, so had a lot of velo behind it. Hits the home plate umpire's foot right there. Saves the runner from going from second to third. So Harbor Hawks got a little lucky there with the twos hot.
A little bit of a backstop here at McKeon Park, too. So if it gets away from you, you have to go for a little bit of a run. Deuce is wild. Breaking ball that can't come back into the zone. Full count.
Couldn't quite get around that slider as much as he wanted to. The outside part of the plate.
(3-2). It's turned on foul down to the Commodores bullpen. Someone using their hat. That's a nice little glove to make the play.
Tab Tracy, interesting player, redshirted this year for Texas A&M. They are in Omaha right now playing, but Tracy getting some work down in the Cape, second season in Falmouth. Big lefty.
Payoff pitch. Grounder over to Gazdar at second. On the run and throws to York in time. After getting Bowen aboard on the walk, Savory is able to respond. And it is a 4-0 game here through 4.5. We're halfway through, and we bring in Josie Broyles once again.
Thanks, guys. Last season, the Commodores played the Hawks in the first game of the playoffs, with the Hawks winning 13-6. Then in a nail-biting second game, they won again 2-0. With the Hawks only having 4 runs on the board, these two teams give each other a run for their money. Let's see who will take victory in the first game of the 2024 season. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Josie. You are absolutely right. Anytime these two teams met, it has been theater to watch. So, game 1, it was 6-5 Hyannis. Game 2, it was 3-2 Hyannis. Game 3, 3-1 Hyannis. Game 4, 10-2 Hyannis. Then the last 2 games of the regular season, it was Falmouth winning 8-7. And in Game 6, the final regular season meeting, it was 6-5. You want to talk about matchups? Right there. For 5 out of the 6 meetings, they were decided by 2 or less runs last season. So far, we've seen glimpses of it for both sides. Right now, we just need to see if the Commodores can get those bats alive here in this opening day.
Yeah, no doubt. And the difference is those 2 great defensive plays. You know, those are 2 hits right there with 2 possible extra runners on. And like you mentioned, those runs is what manufactures and can win games.
And it's very likely that we get to the beginning of August and these two teams are very, very different than what we see now. But we're just getting a little bit of a taste. I highly doubt that this game is over, guys.
And you talk about the roster turnover because of ultimately Team USA's moving. In summer ball, you have pitch and inning limits. Sometimes you get into those spots where rosters are just going to continuously change, but especially with the Cape Cod Baseball League pushing the season back a week. This is a week later than what it has been previously. Their hope is to try and keep people here and have to work back some of those temp contracts that used to get issued out for people being in supers while the Cape season was going on.
Yeah, no doubt. It makes the job in the front office just that much harder. You know, already finding players, getting players to get here, but then you add those little extra tidbits in. It makes the job very difficult. And, you know, all across the Cape, all the front offices do a magnificent job at it.
3-1 here from Gotham is trying to look in, be in position as Kepley gets one foul to load the count full.
Love watching these Harbor Hawks hitters work today, even when they haven't had success. Making the pitchers work, seeing all of their pitches.
Payoff pitch is low in the dirt to Kepley to work a walk.
And that's what I'm talking about. There's so many guys, 1 through 9 in this lineup. Hopefully more guys coming to the Cape in future days and weeks. But these are at-bats that they're putting together that you saw in their collegiate season as well. Most of these guys have more walks than they do strikeouts. And, I mean, that's a trait that that scouts look at to carry over as they get into the majors, or I guess the minors first of all, but then the majors and when they're drafted.
The Talo now. Pokes one into center field. Tracy ranges off to his right side to make the grab. First out here on this home half of the 6th.
Yeah, just caught the Talo just a little bit out front of that. You know, just puts a little bend on it right there, and just catches him out front, right off the end of the bat for a fly ball, gets the out.
And now a pitching change for the Commodores once again, ending Santosh Gautam's night. The Bear on the mound. The Commodores will make the call to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. You're watching opening day on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
So Derbyshire, Jackson State product comes out onto the bump. Comes in release of Santosh. Got him here. Comes on to the Cape with 7.31 ERA from the past NCAA season. A pitcher that hails from Leamington, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, and that stat line I don't think is entirely representative of the pitcher that he is. In the West Coast League last summer, 9 innings pitched, under a 1 ERA. I know it's not a huge sample size, but this is
You
a
still
guy.
have to do it, though, Josh.
Oh, exactly.
Like, that's something we always talk about, the three of us off air, is no matter the sample size, you still have to put up an under 0 ERA. It's a lot easier said than done. So to be able to do it,
crazy.
yeah.
Under 0 would be crazy. But Derbyshire, a guy, fastball slider to righties, fastball slider changeup to lefties. So York going to probably see that full array.
Now the 1-0 is upstairs.
And kind of messes with the timing of the hitter. If you look at his motions, a little bit of a jerky motion here. It's very, you see a lot of guys have these fluid motions. This guy is kind of like a 1, 2, 3 kind of guy.
Runner goes. High throw that gets off of the glove of Barquette. Kepley on the run. He'll go in sliding to third. And just like that, the aggressiveness Mitch Carricker had talked about has a runner 90 feet from home for Zach York.
I think Kane Kepley just had 2 of the smoothest slides I've ever seen in my life. Moving so fast, he just glides on the dirt.
3-0 is up and away, and Zach York gets the walk.
And with the game getting into the later stage of the game right there, they did have the infield in. Now it looks like they will keep the corners in but push the middle infield back into double play depth here with 1 out.
Now a strike called against Camden Janik. Had a fielder's choice in the 4th. A 1, fisted, and will drop down into shallow center. Getting on the horse and scoring is Kepley easily. 5-0 Harbor Hawks.
And that was just a great piece of hitting by Camden Janik. Did not hit the ball well, just 65 miles per hour off the bat, but able to send that one right up the middle, showing off that strength that he has displayed in his collegiate season.
Now it's Wallace Clark, who's had himself a day defensively, also the single, and came around to score in the 4th, trying to push more across. He gets a blooper right in front of Buchero into right field. York with the jog over to third, and bases loaded for John Gazdar.
Yeah, having to move station to station there, as that ball looked like it might just hang up enough for it to be caught. So Zach York having to pause there at second base. Ball ultimately dropping down, moving station to station there. Great base running there by the Harbor Hawks. Bases are now juiced here with only 1 out.
I don't think there's a Harbor Hawk you'd rather have up right now if you are a Hawks fan. Hit 400 in the playoffs last season for Hyannis.
not only that, here with 2 runners in scoring position and a runner on first, already having 2 RBIs on the day is John Gazdar.
The 1-0. Gazdar turns on it, and it'll get by LaSalle into right. York will score. Coming in to the play at the plate. Janik comes in sliding. Harbor Hawks opening this one wide open with a hit parade here in the bottom of the 6th.
And that'll be 2 more RBIs for John Gazdar. And doing the same thing, attacking that pitch, catching that ball on front, hard line drive into left field, scores 2 runs. Harbor Hawks now add to the lead.
And that was just, first of all, I don't really know what happened. It seemed like the catcher had a chance to get a tag down on Janik coming in sliding. But either way, John Gazdar, have yourself a start to the season. 4 ribbies in his first game of the 24 Summer League season.
Pitch inside. Here to Anthony Silva. That was a walk and a fly out. One-0 is lofted into the trees.
Yeah, and you talk about, coaches always say, you always want to put up the most crooked numbers. And so far, the Harbor Hawks have done that with having 2 crooked numbers up there with a 4 and 3 on the board to make it 7-0. Falmouth so far not be able to get on the board so far, but look for them to try to add on here as we go into the top half of the inning.
1-1 pitch to the Horned Frog. Takes a strike 1 and 2. And so far today, it has been a display of hitting contagion. Of that when you get hits, they somewhat start to string together and find themselves in places to put up those crooked numbers in those frames. Breaking ball, it can't find the zone 2 and 2.
Absolutely. You talk about hitting as contagious. You look at that Colby guy there for Falmouth, seemed to be cruising, and then we get a walk and then a couple hit string, and then you put up a 4 spot. Just like you said, get a guy on, and it changes everything.
The 2-2 to Silva is off of the back heel of Derbyshire. Nothing he can do about it. As Silva is able to get aboard. And now bases back loaded again for the Harbor Hawks.
And a potential double play ball that time that Derbyshire there's, like you said, Irons, there's nothing you can do to get out of the way.
It's one of those positions where he's following his motion down, and it's just his cleat getting stuck there with the ball. And now the infield will come in to have a conversation on the mound, with now a coach stepping into the conversation as well. Now it just appears that Falmouth will be getting an arm warm in the bullpen with bases loaded as they still search for 2 outs here. Now with Nick Groves, he'll be the 8th batter of this half inning.
This has just been one of those weird games today where Hyannis hasn't hit the ball incredibly hard. They haven't had, there hasn't been a home run hit. There's hardly been an extra base hit. But they're manufacturing runs. They're putting the ball in play really ever since the 4th inning. Not striking out much as we see someone warming in the bullpen. That's Peter Phillips for the Commodores. The Connecticut native, Jacob Irons.
Ah, the great Nutmeg State. Don't you worry.
I don't think I've heard that before.
The Nutmeg State?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the nickname of it.
Wow.
Also the Constitution State, the land of steady habits.
That I knew.
It's a swing and a miss from Nick Groves. After that sweet-talking coach, once again, Nico Sharp, you talked about it, finally gets that strike that they've been needing. Now the 0-1 is low to Groves, 1-1.
Yeah, try to backdoor that slider right there, just put in the dirt. Great take there by Nick Groves. Nick Groves, you watch his bat swing, such a fast bat speed in the zone. Look for him to be handsy or have a strong pull side.
Ball low and away, 2-1. That Groves grounded into a double play in the third and grounded this short in the fifth. 2-1, fouled back, 2-2.
Feels like every single count has been at least 5 pitches throughout this entire game for Hyannis.
Yeah, no doubt. And that would start here with Nick Groves. Great play discipline. Had the highest walk rate in the country his freshman year.
2-2. Grounder. Over to Martin. He'll go to second. And Barquette will eat it. And a run in Clark's able to come across. And it's another 4-run inning for the Harbor Hawks.
Nick Groves getting in on the RBI action. Now we have 4 players for the Harbor Hawks here who have recorded an RBI. So getting in the action there is Nick Groves.
Now Parker Brocious. Wears it off the deflector on the elbow, and now back to bases loaded for Kane Kepley.
And going back to the 2023 Hawks roots of the most hit by pitches on the entire Cape League by far, Parker Brocious picks up the first one of the season, and this is a gritty group of guys. I'm sure we're going to see plenty more.
Pitch outside from Derbyshire. Now the 1-0 is up and away again, 2-0.
Yeah, the Harbor Hawks hitting around the order so far. Kane Kepley led off this inning with a walk.
Two-0 is low, 3-0.
Nowhere to put Kepley. Got to go at him here.
3-0, and it's a get-me-over pitch for the call strike. Just touching a part of the zone. 3-1 upstairs, and Gazdar will be walked in. That'll be 9-0 Harbor Hawks here on opening day. Kepley gets his second walk of the inning. Bringing up Michael DiTallo. And now a mound meeting. You have to imagine here at this moment, it'll do the day for Russell Derbyshire. As the new pitcher will make the jog in, we'll tell you all about him and can he get himself that final out to get the Commodores with the bats back up when we come back.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Commodores come out trying to get themselves out of the defensive jam at the moment. Here with bases loaded for the Harbor Hawks. Commodores look to try and find themselves in a position here, Nico, get that final out, pick back up the bats, and try and help themselves.
Yeah, and they're going to go to Peter Phillips, number 22 from Fairfield. Had a 4.35 ERA. You know, fastball slider change guy. You know, very smooth delivery, looks effortless. Ball kind of flies out of his hands a little bit. You know, look for him to work a lot low in the zone. He loves to work that He's predominantly all fastball, throwing that fastball at about 61% of the time. But then again, he will break off that hard-breaking slider and that lots of arm side run on his changeup. And when he goes arm side, guys, he likes to go two-seam. He loves to have that arm side run, just use that little arm side run to miss barrel a little bit. Look for him to use that here in a high leverage situation to try to get a ground ball into his infield.
Michael DiTallo up now. Guys, he's hit the ball pretty hard. 2 exit velocities over 90 miles an hour so far today. Maybe one of these can find some grass.
DiTallo looks at a strike from Peter Phillips.
Yeah, put that two-seam right on the hand. Just kind of froze DiTallo there a little bit.
0-1. DiTallo's just able to get the nub of the bat on it.
You saw that incredible graphic thanks to our producers, Chase and Dan, getting that up there. But 345 average on the year for DiTallo. Also quite a few bombs as well. So in the 3 spot, they have high hopes for him.
0-2 is turned on and sent another grounder to the Harbor Hawks dugout.
Yeah, went down that left field line. As he looked down the left field line, a lot of people pulling up their lawn chairs. You know, we spoke about it a little bit earlier. A lot of people coming out for these games. I know there's a lot of buzz here about opening day. And you look up and down first base line as well as third base line. A lot of people showing out, bringing their dogs, bringing their families. You love to see it.
Now the 0-2 is away, 1-2.
Guys, you know what I missed, I think, most about the Harbor Hawks season? The dog cam. I feel like we got a lot of dogs on camera last
I think that was in
last
part
season.
to you being our producer, Josh.
Hey, I'm not trying to give myself any credit here.
Don't worry. 2-2.
I know Nico's not.
Nico stayed silent this entire time.
Yeah, I'm a big dog guy, guys. Come on, let's not act like I'm a great dog guy. Loved the dog cam last year. You know, I mean, I'm hoping we can get one here at sometime this game. A lot of cute dogs out there. I mean, we love it. We're all here for it. We love to see it. This is what the Cape Cod Baseball League is all about.
2-2 is outside. 3-2. Oh, there it is, Josh, your dog cam.
Love it. Good work, Zoe. Zoe and Abby.
A wiener dog in there, too. Look at that. We're ready to go. Ballpark.
Love to see it. Love the dog cam. Brought it back. Now we are officially back, fellas.
We are officially back. Dog cam is here. We're back. 3-2 runners in motion. Ball is low. And it's another walked-in run. This time, it's Nick Groves coming in.
And after taking a couple of tough, hard-breaking sliders there is DiTallo. Great takes, and then finally gets that another great take to have that walk. That's a great at-bat there from Michael DiTallo.
Now Peter Phillips has to go up against Zach York, who in this 6th inning had a walk, has came around to score, picks back up the bat and helmet again. Now the 0-1 into the zone for Zach York.
A great pitch down in the zone right there. Change up. Just catches the bottom of the zone. Great catch in there by Bowen. Get his thumb under it. To, give him a little help back there. That's a great pitch to get him 0-2.
2 to York. Is sent into center field. Tracy is there to make the grab, but it's 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th for the Harbor Hawks, who find themselves leading 10-0 through 2/3. We're going to the 7th when we come back.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
The lights at McKeon Park stay bright all season long thanks to the NAC Cape Cod. The NAC offers 2 locations, Hyannis and Orleans, both offering delicious burgers, tacos, sandwiches, and more. Visit thenacapecod.com to order online today. The NAC Cape Cod is proud to be the Light Up the Park sponsor of the Harbor Hawks all season long.
Now, we got to be careful, Jacob, talking about the NAC right now because I'm getting a little bit hungry, and the NAC sounds really good right about now.
Oh, it sounds great. I have a
your
balance.
lemonade right there.
I do have my knack for the NAC lemonade. I think it's the best on the Cape, in all honesty. I'm a lemonade aficionado.
You know, it is amazing. It is so good. I actually had it today for lunch, guys. I have to admit, I did. And so did our boss, Abby Stokes, also got it. And so, guys, the NAC, definitely a fan favorite here. I mean, I got it for lunch. We talk about all the time. I mean, we go there for dinner as well. Jacob Irons has a lemonade from it. I mean, what can't you say about the NAC?
Not too much, Nico. Not too much. It's a soft grounder over to Silver, who bobbles it and can't come away with it. Of Isaiah Barquette, the shortstop, had a firm ground ball over to the 6th position, and Silva can't come away with it. Turning the lineup back to Christian Martin, their leadoff batter for the Doors.
So far, both teams been defensively sound. You know, we've seen that's the first little mistake we've made. But look for Falmouth here to not only just to string some hits together. You know, with the score being down 10-0, you can't see, there's no 10-run home run. Right? It's not going to happen. So have good ABs. First game of the year, you wanted to see Falmouth here string some good at-bats together, work the pitcher a little bit, and see what they can make happen.
Christian Martin looks at a strike. It's another breaking ball from Savary, who continues to deal so well. The 0-1 is in the dirt, 1-1.
Yeah, both pitchers so far for the Harbor Hawks putting up a lot of zeros. 2 innings pitched so far for Savary, having 2 strikeouts to his name. Both pitchers, him and Jorah, have put up a lot of zeros for the Harbor Hawks.
1-1. Misses off the plate. 2-1.
That arm side sinker for Savary just missed the plate. Great call there behind home plate, but that pitch just missed, and even better take from Falmouth.
2-1. Sent into right field. Broskis is able to go over there and grab it. First out of this top of the 7th.
I'm just looking at this TrackMan data right now. I don't know how they know this. Ball's hit 267 feet and 7 inches. It's very impressive stuff. Like that they're able to get that close. I don't know if I believe it, to be honest with you.
Oh, Josh. Zion Rose now up, the designated hitter. He looks at a ball.
It's 10-0, guys.
Very, very detailed, though, Josh. I mean, you mentioned we have all this kind of numbers in front of us. It is really impressive for what they're able to put in front of us in a blink of an eye. After the pitch is thrown, we get so much good information from TrackMan. I mean, it's right here in front of us, and like you said, it's so detailed. It's pretty incredible.
Well, yeah, and on a more serious note, it also allows us to see why these guys are so effective. You look at Aaron Savory and you see a really nice slider, but then you see spin rate on it over 2,800. That's an elite number at any level. That one at 2,700, really nice slider near the bottom of the zone.
Rose looks at it for a ball. He's 0 for 3 today with a strikeout in his last at-bat in the 5th. Two one, swing and a miss. 2-2 as Rose swings through on it.
Yeah, that was another great pitch. That slider in that pitch before was a great take there by Zion, but then that sinker looked to be on the arm side run. I mean, went back foot almost to Zion, and he did get him to swing right over it. So far, Savory being able to use whatever pitch and able to use it as a swinging chase pitch.
Breaking ball that just slips out of the hands of Savory. That's a full count now for Rose with Barquette.
And that's a sneaky, tough play there by Janik. Having to go behind Zion to make the play. Lose the ball for a second and still be able to make the play. Harder than it looks.
Broken back grounder back over to Savory to second base, and it's a throw away from York, pulling him off the bag. Savory doing a good job, able to get the lead runner.
Yeah, great play. Took his time, got his feet underneath him, put a seed right in at second base. Not able to get the double play, got the lead runner though. Great play there by Savory.
And Hyannis in a spot where you don't want to try to get too cute, try to make a crazy play to get the double play. Just get the lead runner at second base and live to see another batter.
Pitch inside to Gaffney.
2 feet of horizontal break that time.
I mean, that pitch looked like it was starting behind the back of Gaffney and still almost caught that inner third on the inside.
Runner goes. Savory steps off and gets the pickoff as Rose was trying to make a move, but it's communication from John Gazdar asking him to step off to apply the tag. It is a great day at the ballpark for the Harbor Hawks as they lead 10-0. Going to the bottom of the 7th, it's stretch time here at McKeon Park.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
As we welcome you back, we're going to have the coaching staff in, the bench coach and John Schifrin come over for John Castleberry, the commissioner of the league, who's here with the home plate umpire, Chris Engerstrand. Mitch Carricker having a conversation with John Castleberry in the conversation as well. And as we're waiting to hear word, as the commissioner, we had thought there could have been a mercy rule in place with Harwich taking down Cotuit 13-2. We had not heard of anything officially up here in the broadcast booth. It sounds like the umpire had not either, so we could potentially be at the end of the game. John Castleberry in his first year as the commissioner here in attendance today. And
nothing really going on the field right now. Everyone's kind of waiting to hear if the game's over. Theoretically, it should be, because if it is 10 after 7 innings, Falmouth has had their 7 innings, and that will do it,
and that's the handshake, and that will be the game. Hyannis Harbor Hawks pick up an opening day win via the Mercy. What a way to start the year.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that is the way it is going to end. You know, a little bit of uncertainty right there, but you can't ask for much better of a start if you're the Harbor Hawks right there. You know, scoring the run in bunches. You saw some offense there. You saw great pitching. You know, you only saw one start in the guy coming out of the bullpen in Savory, but you saw a little bit of a lot of great stuff there. You can see the handshake line. Unorthodox a little bit coming outside the dugout. Love to see it, but, you know, great game for the Harbor Hawks nonetheless.
It is a 10-0 victory over the Western Division Falmouth Commodores to get things going. You can catch us back together again, the trio. They didn't get rid of us yet. We'll find out if it's going to be tomorrow at 5:30 at White House Field in Harwich, Massachusetts, as the Harbor Hawks take on the Mariners. For Josh Schreiber, Nico Sharp, our producers, Dan Bodilano, Chase Avery, our production assistant, Zoe Green, our directors of broadcasting, Abby Stokes, and Austin Dakuda. I'm Jacob Iron saying so long from a Pin Park. We're ready for another full season of Harbor Hawks baseball.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.